The ball got rolling really from a very local grassroots effort. The Campbell County Outdoor Recreation Association, which is one of the Conservation League's affiliates, asked us to see if we could help pull together some local and statewide support. Made some contacts with the National Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, really built on the expertise the TWRA biologists already had. And boy, there's so many people that work so hard to make this happen. And as a parent, I know Brittany and I both really appreciate all that hard work.
This is a great partnership between all of these organizations, each of whom brought to the table those things that they can do to make this thing work. Through volunteerism and through partnerships, that's how stuff gets done, and that's how this project is going to get completed.
After the initial public meetings were held, the overwhelming response was positive. Along with this good news, TWRA biologists presented years of research regarding elk reintroduction and made a formal recommendation to the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Commission. The commission gave the green light to reintroduce elk to a restoration zone centered in Royal Blue Wildlife Management Area, and the race was on to sort out a huge list of logistical problems. All interested parties held a number of meetings to brainstorm and pool resources to accomplish this goal. The release site at Royal Blue was surveyed and plans were made for improvements. The state veterinarian recommended that if free-roaming elk were to be reintroduced, the best possible source for disease-free animals would come from Elk Island National Park, Alberta, Canada. In 1906, Canadian conservationists had petitioned the federal government of Canada to set aside this elk preserve.
This is one of our first traps in this decade anyway. It was built about in '91. It's a little bit larger than we build them now. It's got some aspen stands inside of it, and I'd say it's about an acre and a half in size.
The coats on them this year is just tremendous. Like, if you can see the thickness, this is the best shaped elk I've ever seen for Elk Island this year. We've removed 600 head, burned in the park. The habitat's there, and the coat hair thickness is really good. Teeth are really good. The animals are in really good shape this year. Best I've ever seen in 28 years. And you can tell by the hair coat too. It's soft, supple. There's 3 different layers of hair coat. There's the nice warm down inside, then there's the medium hair, and then the long guard hairs.
The shaved area provides easy access to the skin for a variety of medical tests.
Good sun.
The elk are treated for internal and external parasites as a part of the stringent health and disease testing protocol.
And this is another pheasant X shot. Okay.
151.042.
42?
Uh-huh.
Dr. Lisa Muller of UT oversaw the fitting of radio collars to track the elk after release.
The people up there were absolutely wonderful to us, folks from Tennessee that came up. They treated us like they were familiar with Southern hospitality, and we were able to accomplish everything we went for. We were able to load 50 elk into the trailers. We have a total of 20 males and 30 females ranging from a year old, but the oldest female is 12 years old. The oldest male is 6, and we have a good span of ages from the young to the old, so this particular group that is here now should do rather well until we're able to transport more elk into the area. We've got guys here from Canada that volunteered with the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation from Canada to give their time freely and to drive these trucks. We had 2 guys from Tennessee in each truck and 1 guy from Canada.
It's just cold, even for us, okay? It's minus 25, 26 Celsius with a wind chill today, which makes it about minus 33, 35, which in the Fahrenheit scale is about equal. So minus 40, pretty close. Keep it on.
We drove through some whiteouts, blizzards. We couldn't see the trailers in front of us. We had some closed roads we had to detour around. The elk did well. We were able to stop at one location and they were able to water. And the trailers have been modified so that you can open up a little door on the sides and put some water buckets in there. They put some, I guess it's kind of like Gatorade, into the water to give them a little extra boost there. And they were fed some hay at each location. So the first stop, they didn't eat that much and they didn't drink that much. And the biologist from Elk Island told us to expect that. And the next stop where we attempted to water and feed the elk, they really busted into it. They drank over around 180 gallons of water at that one stop. This elk reintroduction wouldn't be possible without a lot of different groups, and that includes the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation that really was instrumental in us being able to work all the niches out of moving these elk, getting through customs, getting permits to bring them into the state of Tennessee. The trip back took us about 70 hours. We drove pretty much nonstop except for one break for 6 hours where we were able to get a room and sleep for about 5. Other than that, there were 3 men to each truck. We each took turn driving. One of us would sleep, one navigate, one drive.
In the meantime, improvements were made to the release site by Royal Blue management personnel to accommodate the large expected crowds and improve sight lines for the first glimpses of the elk returning to Tennessee. Local county school buses were reserved to shuttle the public up the mountain roads from one of 2 designated parking areas. Since Royal Blue still has several active coal mining operations, haul truck schedules were suspended for the day of the release. The elk arrived at the release site mid-afternoon on December 18th. They'd spend one more night in the trailers because 11 a.m. the next morning is the scheduled release. After the final evening feeding and watering, the sky darkened. The forecast for snow became a cold reality. The decision was made about 4 a.m. that the public being transported in school buses would be too risky. Only brave souls with access to 4-wheel drive would be able to witness the event. Through the morning, the snow continued to fall, but the crowds continued to grow as final preparations were made.
In my opinion, this is probably a historic moment because this has been a long time since we've seen elk in Tennessee, and a lot of people have worked very, very hard, and the agencies worked real hard. A bunch of the commissioners has. Earl Bench has done an excellent job working with it, and it means so much for all of us to have the opportunity to be able to see this thing today.
But I'd rather do this than anything. It's a lot more fun than politics.
Outdoor recreation is big for us. We have Norris Lake and Royal Blue Wildlife Management Area, and this is just another addition to that overall picture.
I think our project is directly related to the success that we've seen in Kentucky. They've shown us that this kind of habitat is conducive to elk. They've helped us logistically. They've told us how to carry out a project, what to expect. They've helped us through the red tape. They've sent people down here to assist us. So Kentucky has been instrumental in helping us get this far.
I can't believe there are this many crazy people in Tennessee. And it really makes me feel good, because what it tells me is that there are a lot of people in our state who really care about our wildlife and who really want to help us enrich what we have.
Then, the moment we'd all been waiting for.
significance of today probably can't be measured, because we can't look ahead 100 years and see the number of people who just enjoy hearing an elk bugle. Some people will enjoy hunting them. Some people just enjoy knowing that they're here. But they were once part of our wildlife heritage. They were part of our landscape. They roamed free. And to bring them back and let them roam free again, hopefully for generations to come, is fabulous. I think it's a Christmas gift to Tennessee.